It's the moment every renter fears. You walk back to your car and there it is, a scratch, a small dent, or even worse, a cheap windscreen. What happens next? For most people, this one scratch can turn into a $500 to $1,000 charge, often weeks after you get home. I've been there, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the 3 phases of a damage claim and show you how to ensure you never pay $1 out of pocket.
In questi giorni.
The best time to deal with a scratch is actually before you even get the keys. And this is phase 1, where you build your financial support. Usually a rented car comes with a mandatory third-party liability insurance and more often than not a CDW or collision damage waiver. However, there is usually deductible or excess that can go from $1,000 or euros to a massive $7,000. This is your out-of-pocket money, and if there is one or more scratches or dents, you're going to pay for it up to that amount. If you're not familiar with car rental insurance, I suggest watching my quick guide that I recently published. But let's move on. When you pick up the car at the desk, they will warn you and try to upsell their overpriced insurance, which sometimes doesn't even cover the entire out-of-pocket. And that comes at $30 to $50 or euros a day, which may be even a higher price than the cost of the car itself. I know, that's a steep price. I personally always do full insurance, but not at the desk. Way too expensive. Instead, for the last 5 years, I've been booking my cars on a comparison website that works as an Airbnb for car rentals, where every provider is rated with a genuine customer reviews between 5 and 10 stars. I usually filter above 8 or even 9 stars to get the most trusted operators and book from their short list, usually at a great price. And now comes the best, because I can add full insurance for just 8 to 9 euros or dollars a day. It costs a fraction of a desk price, and it saves me from the usual and annoying upsell. And now let's move to phase 2, the moment of the damage. Let me say first that whether you cause the damage or not, you must assume you will be blamed. So a good rule of thumb is always to document the car before you drive off the car rental parking area. Take plenty of photos around the car, both interior and exterior of the car, including close-ups of the roof, the wheels, the undercarriage, and inside the windscreen. This is going to prove the initial status of the car. Now, if a scratch occurs and you cause it, bad luck. Take a few photos and move on, because you have full insurance. Well, assuming you follow my previous suggestions, of course. However, if another car is involved, regardless of how small the scratch is, insurance companies typically want a police report. And I know in a few countries, police will not come, but at least document your effort to call. Take photos of the damage, the license, document, and get the phone number of the other car driver. Finally, let the car rental company know if there is a considerable damage. The drop-off time is when the rental agent inspects the car. If you did not buy a zero excess insurance or full insurance and the agent will find a scratch, well, be ready, because they will immediately charge the cost of the repairs up to your deductible, based of course on the size of the damage, right there on your credit card. If you have full coverage, for example the one from the comparative website I previously mentioned, well, the rental company will still charge you directly for the deductible. The process is more of a pay and claim. You must pay and then file a claim through the website, and they will refund the money to you, usually within 1 or 2 weeks. I personally damaged a car for $2,000 on a trip here in Australia last year, and I still got fully refunded in 2 weeks. If you prefer to take the insurance at the counter, it's going to be much more expensive. However, in case of any damage, they will handle the claim internally, and they will not charge your credit card in the first place. You pay for the peace of mind, but at a huge daily cost. A few shady operators may try to claim pre-existing damages, but hopefully you took photos when you collected the car and you can prove the original status. This is actually one of the worst scams in the car rental industry. But there are also others I talk about in this video that you should be aware of, and you're gonna see also how to avoid all of them. To wrap it up, what happens if you scratch a rental car? Well, the rental company will always charge you, but your job is simple. Buy a full, cheap web insurance up front, pay the damage charge, and then claim every single dollar back. It really is that simple. Now, if you're still with me in this video, I trust you found this guide useful, so why not hit that like button, because this means a lot to me. And remember also to subscribe to my weekly guides on how to beat travel scams and book your next road trip that I usually post every single week. And that's it for the moment. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao, bye.